Hi there, my beautiful water signs. Being a Scorpio myself, I always love my watery sisters and brothers who join me in our journey to find the love we're looking for. You might be with somebody right now, and good for you if you are, but you also know that hardship and heartbreak is not just for single people, it's for people everywhere. This particular reading is about healing the heart. You could have an issue with a sibling. You could have an issue with a boss or a coworker. You could have an issue with yourself where you're really battling self-love. You know you would feel better if you did yoga, but you cannot motivate yourself to do it. You know what I mean? That's my personal issue at the moment. But what we're going to do here is we're going to be taking a peek into the cards about what we can do to allow a new level of healing in our lives as we look into this full moon that's coming. It's a time of shedding skin, getting rid of things that are cluttering up our energy. So are you ready? Let's jump in. I've picked out some oracle decks and also my favorite tarot deck, and we will have a variety of cards to take a peek at, and then at the end we will be doing our tapping. So stay tuned for the whole reading. You will be glad you did. This is pulling my attention here, and she is scantily clad, so I'm just going to add a crystal here so that we don't offend anyone. Okay, and let me set my cards aside. And here we have kind of a new oracle deck for me that is called the Healing Heart Oracle. And so I'm going to draw a card from here. What is it my water signs need to know when it comes to the condition of their heart? And if you are someone who's not experiencing any disappointment or heartbreak, you can find another reading for yourself, I'm sure. But for those of you who are in the right place, welcome. I am Catherine, and this is Pattern Breaker Tarot, where we're all about disrupting the patterns that are holding us back from feeling as loved as we want to be. We have this card today is our healing card, and it is giving, the giving heart. Develop self-love. Now that's the kind of card that makes me cock my head sideways and go, what? Because I just said that. And so I feel like the cards are definitely for me today. So thank you for jumping in and sharing with me. But it's much easier for me to be kind to other people than it is to myself, especially if it involves physical work like yoga, because physical work sometimes is necessary, but it's not as much fun as sitting there eating a bowl of popcorn and watching a movie. So I feel like self-love may have a little bit of inconvenience in it, and I sense that the universe is drawing our attention to that. What is the price we're willing to pay for self-love, which only increases the likelihood that we will be treated more kindly in our relationships? Let's take a peek here. What is it that the universe has for us when it comes to the Oracle of the Angels? And I forgot the name of that deck. It's an Angel Oracle deck. And then we have our Gold Dust Oracle. Thank you. Just sense there may be another. Can you hear the train in the background? When I first moved here, I heard it all the time, and now I filter it out. Oh, this card's calling. When I'm walking, Murphy, the engineer of the train, always blows the whistle and waves to me. It's kind of an old school thing, brings back the memories. And now our Golden Goddess Self-Care Oracle. What is it for my water signs? Oh, this one is rising to the top. Okay, good. Well, we're going to take a peek at our oracle first, and then I'll draw the tarot. So self-love for my beautiful Cancer and Scorpio and Pisces, and full moon in Pisces right around the corner too. So let's take a look. What are our supporting cards? And we have travel, education, experience, inspiration, spiritual adventure. Absolutely resonant. Yoga is a body discipline geared to mature us spiritually. Okay, so I feel like that I might not be the only person who's in being impacted by this reading, who needs to take that bit of a spiritual journey and challenge ourselves in the area of self-love. This is a blind person, and what I'm seeing is that we are blind to our own true needs. Could that be true for you? Are you blind to your own true needs? The angel here is smiling broadly. The angel is proud of us for attempting to change something we're blind to. Okay, tons of angelic support here going into this reading. Let me move these over a little bit. Okay, and let's see what we have here in the gold dust. Dream big. Do not underestimate yourself. You have unlimited potential. Dream bigger, reach higher. Again, I feel like Spirit is calling us to a mission here, my dear water signs, that we are going on a spiritual adventure when it comes to self-love during this next 30 days or so before we get to October. That we need to dream big about what is possible for us if we do accomplish self-love. That something in the way we operate, something in the way we do things would be shifted in this next 30 days that will benefit us in ways we cannot understand. Let's take another look here, another one. Take heart. A light heart carries you through all the hard times. Don't worry, this too shall pass. Now, what I'm thinking, again, using yoga as my example, the yoga is not easy for me. It's a little bit physically painful to strengthen the muscles and stretch them. And of course, yoga teaches you, please do not overdo it, only stretch to what's comfortable. But it's nice that as I have a sense of humor about my self-love, that I can really enchant myself with the possibility that what I'm blind to is going to bring me so much pleasure. Once again, as I look at our figure here and I see that the blind person has a big smile on their face, it's like they know a secret. And I feel like that's true for us because there's a part of your spirit, a part of your soul, and a part of your personality that you're not aware of. We are constantly developing and evolving as life goes. We are not the same person we were at 10. We're not the same person that we were at 20. We're not the same person that we were yesterday, all right? Now, this is the self-care oracle, so if this says yoga, I'm going to drop the card. Planning ahead. Schedule work and fun too. Reduce stress by prepping. And I can tell you that as a grandma who's picking up yoga, I see that I need to be mindful on how to care for myself. So what I did was I looked through YouTube and I found a bunch of very appropriate videos for me as a beginner, and I created a folder. I was prepping. Also, I did create a challenge for myself that I want to do 30 days in a row, and I missed a day yesterday. And so I'm starting over again. And that's a game I'm playing with myself to motivate myself to do even 10 minutes of yoga every day in September. So having a schedule for your self-care is an interesting challenge, isn't it? Because when you think about scheduling, you schedule your appointments, your doctor's appointments, your classes, etc., etc. But we don't often schedule our self-love, our self-care, what it is that we need to do for our own well-being. So I'm going to move this card over here. We're going to look at it at the very end of the reading. And as I mentioned, we are going to do tapping after this reading is complete. So you definitely want to stay to the end. These little 5-minute tapping sessions that we include with the tarot readings are very powerful. Why? Because they break up the patterns that are here right now, holding you back from feeling as loved as you wish. So hold your person in your mind. Is it a sibling? Is it someone at work? Have you just heard that someone's gossiping about you? What is it that's troubling you and troubling your heart? Let's see what we have. Okay, let's draw our cards. And we have the Four of Cups. It does look like she's troubled, doesn't it? It looks like she's troubled. And the Seven of Cups. Yes, even the fact that we have these cups, the cups are the suit of your emotions, and we have two unsettled characters here, don't we? And let's pull our final card. And Strength. Okay, and we're going to look at the bottom of the deck. Oh, beautiful. Okay, this is a very encouraging reading, okay? This Sun card. The Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. So right away what I'm thinking is that what it shows us is that no matter how challenged we might be by Spirit this month, where we're really giving ourselves a chance to make some choices around how we care for ourselves, physically, mentally, emotionally, that it's a happy ever after and a happy along the way. This is a confirmation from Spirit that A of all, it's worth the effort, because as you tune yourself with self-love habits, you just become more radiant and attractive to the right kind of people. And then with the Strength card, so we have two major arcana that are supporting this adventure in spirit that we're after here, okay? So I feel relieved myself right now to see this, because knowing that as a Scorpio, I'm being called to deeper level of self-care. And so I know that you guys, as my sisters and brothers in water, that we all can benefit. Probably the other signs can benefit too, because it's so easy to put off our exercise, our diet, the yoga, the meditation, what have you, whatever you've been called to. You know how easy it is to stall on that. So let's take a look here. Now here, these two cards are like the problem. The spirit never has a problem. I was listening to an Abraham Hicks recording just the other day, and she had such a fun with her person on this chair, because the person would say, well, I just don't believe that's possible. And she says, we do. And they said, but I just don't really want to do that. And she said, we do. The Spirit always has the opposite opinion of ours when we're thinking something doubtful. The Spirit thinks opposite. We are blind to what we can really accomplish. And I'm hearing this deeply within my own self, because I'm blind to the benefits of yoga. Now, if you guys are yoga people, you'll be saying, oh, Catherine, wait till 30 days. You're going to feel amazing. Now, I used to be blind to the benefit of meditation. And now, after almost a year, probably a little over a year of daily meditation that brings me to stillness and quiet, has been phenomenal, and I definitely feel different here like this. So I'm feeling Spirit say, okay, what's stopping you? Here in this Four of Cups, we see that she's kind of bored. She's like discontent. Something's missing, but she doesn't see right here in the corner. In fact, her hand is almost touching it. The new cup of offering coming directly from Spirit. There is something new coming in, but her energy is so low, she's not able to sense it. So this is she's causing her own suffering. She's maybe fantasizing and dreaming of what she wants in the future, but she's not realizing it's the lack of being in tune with herself that is causing her suffering. She's not seeing her own, she's blind to what will be good for her. The Seven of Cups, he's confused. He's perfectionistic. He's like, I don't want to make a mistake. How many of us can relate to that? When your self-love behaviors are low, you lose confidence in yourself. You don't trust your guidance. Why? Because Spirit has been encouraging you to do the thing. For me, for probably years. I've played with yoga, but I've never committed to it. So Spirit never changes. Spirit has been calling me through yoga. Yours is a different choice, but calling me. Why? So that I can have clarity, so that I can have guidance. When you have a big decision to make, it's hard to do it if you're fatigued or you're depleted. And depleting can happen with energy. You know how it feels to be really hungry. We don't really know how it feels to be hungry for spiritual things. We're blind to it. We don't see it. Okay? I love these two cards next to our confused figure. I just love it. Dream big. Do not underestimate yourself. Take heart. Have a light heart. These are just like these cheerleading cards that are inspiring us today to use the power of the full moon. Shed the skin of this stalling from the self-care that you know you need. If you don't know what you need when it comes to self-care, please write to me, patternbreakertarot@gmail.com, because I would love to hear your story. Because most everybody else that I know that's a water sign, there's always something that's pulling them. They know they should be doing or could be doing something more for self-care, but they always procrastinate. And down here, planning ahead. We know it's not easy. I know to discipline myself to meditate every day wasn't easy, but I just did it. I chose to do it. So planning ahead for any kind of procrastinating behavior you might have, planning ahead. Maybe you want a buddy. I have a buddy, my friend Janice. When I do my yoga every day, I'm texting her to say mission accomplished. So I'm accountable. And yesterday when I missed it, I started over. So today's day one again. And I'm going to do this 30 days in a row because I'm curious. The universe, source, the divine is promising a good outcome here with the Sun card. That's what I'm not seeing. It was at the bottom of the deck. But what we also need to know is that the strength of Spirit will get us through. If Spirit is the one calling us on the adventure, Spirit's the one in charge of balancing our energies and keeping us strong enough to complete it. I believe that yoga is going to make me physically stronger. So this really is like a private card that I receive from Spirit during this reading. I hope you guys don't mind that I take these so personally. I just can't help it. Now for our last card, I'm going to see what is the message here that is a Spirit has directly for you, my dear water signs. Something will be reviled. May I start again? Something will be revealed in a dream as through someone you trust. Man, I'm messing this up. I'm going to start again. Something will be revealed in a dream or through someone you trust. The information sheds light on something that has remained hidden from you for some time. Suddenly, the missing piece of the puzzle appears and you are able to see the big picture. Do you guys see how this fits with this reading? And where's the dream? Dream big, and also that something's being revealed to you from a dream or someone you trust. I am greatly honored that many of you trust my view of the cards. It means so much to me that even though there's so many tarot readers out there, that y'all come and use my channel and use the cards this way. Thank you for that. Now we're going to complete with some tapping to break any patterns that we have about being blind, not seeing the goodness that's right here for us right now. Okay? We want to be open to that bigger picture. I'm going to be tapping on the side of the hand here. And then I will use the tapping points, and I put a chart on my community so you can follow the tapping points, Or you could tap your inner wrist together ever so gently while you're repeating the statements. It really doesn't matter what you do. Repeating the statements creates a pattern interrupt so that we can break any patterns that could be holding us back. Because in this full moon energy, it's happened in a couple days, there's a full lunar eclipse. There's something very magical here for you right now, my dear water signs. Let's tap on the side of the hand. And I just lost my, oh, okay, hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, my phone is saying it's almost out of juice, but we have enough to finish. Okay, on the side of the hand. Even though there's a part of me that recognizes myself, there's another part of me that says I can do it tomorrow. And even though that creates a bit of a conflict, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And even though I'm a bit confused, because I don't know for sure what the best self-care is, there's a part of me that knows my inner being knows best. And even though there's conflict there, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. And even though I'd rather not do yoga, there's a part of me that is so curious. And even though that's a big conflict inside of me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Good. All right, so now moving on to the tapping spots, or just tap your wrists together. On the eyebrow point, a part of me does not want to do yoga. And you could put whatever your situation is if you want. Side of the eye. A part of me knows it would be good for me. Underneath the eye. But another part says no. Underneath the nose. I'm ready to do something about that. Chin. I will choose self-care. Collarbone. I know it might be difficult. Rib point. Maybe I need an accountability partner. Underneath the arm. But I'm so curious. Top of the head. What good can come to me if I choose self-care first? Eyebrow. What might change? Side of the eye. What if things get better? Underneath the eye. What if I find more peace and fulfillment? Underneath the nose. What if I start trusting people more deeply? Chin. What if people started treating me kindly? Collarbone. What if I got more confident? Rib point. What if I actually believed in myself? Underneath the arm. I can't even imagine. Top of the head. I'm so used to compromising. Eyebrow. I'm used to caring for others first. Side of the eye. I'm used to being blind to what I need. Underneath the eye. But there's an itch in my soul. Underneath the nose. It's demanding to be soothed. And the chin. I have nothing to lose. Collarbone. And everything to gain. Rib point. Whatever spirit makes clear. Underneath the arm. About my personal self-love this month. Top of the head. I am going to take it seriously. and depend on my angels for guidance. Great. Okay, now we're going to go to the center of your chest. And tapping right in the center of your sternum, repeat after me. I release to the cellular level any chosen blindness that I have entertained that have separated me from loving myself. I release to the cellular level any false beliefs that I have, that other people's needs are greater than my own. I release to the core of my being any old, worn-out beliefs that tell me self-care is a waste of time. I release to the deepest core of my being and back through my ancestral roots any sense of joy in punishing myself. I release myself from any old beliefs that hold me down. Very good. Now laying your palm right on your chest, right where we were just tapping, and take a deep breath. And another deep breath. Tapping is excellent self-care, by the way. So as you come back for my readings, I'll be helping you. Every one that I'm doing now, except the little tiny ones, I'm going to be adding the tapping. So please do watch for them. Okay, now just repeat after me. I'm so happy and relieved now that I'm getting ready to open my eyes to this idea. I am delighted and relieved now that I have a community of people who are embracing self-love this month. I'm over the moon and grateful now that I have a task to complete that promises such a joyful outcome. Good. Shake out your hands and wrists. I burped right at the end of that, and what I like to tell people is energy really does move through your body while you're tapping, so don't be surprised if you yawn or belch or cry. Okay? So let's see. Thank you so much. I want to say that I do want to support you. If you want to make tapping part of your self-care and you want to commit to it, why don't we put into the comments, just put in there, I am committed. And what that will mean is whatever it is, meditation, tapping, yoga, walking, talking to your neighbors, whatever it is that is self-love to you, let's put I am committed in the comments box and cheer each other on. Okay, water signs? And if you would like to have a personal reading, please contact me. Everything's in the description box. I would love to pull cards for you, as you know. So go forth and prosper. Went a little bit longer than I was meaning to, but I just felt so drawn to pull this together for us water signs. Let's kick ass this month, you guys. Go forth and prosper. See you next time.